God knows why. I mean, God forgive me for doing this, of old ancient Christmas music. I got in the car, I'm driving down Route 2, which is a more peaceful road. I'm going to need a spoon to eat that. I'm going further and further down too. I take a turn. I'm just getting tired listening to this extraordinarily ancient Christmas music. Turn down into a town. I was sad, the second parent died. Although I could have killed her before she died. Meanwhile, Petersham. The word Petersham appears on the highway. I get caught in a blinding light. I wasn't of an age to imagine I'm getting cataracts. An absolutely blinding light. I didn't know anything to speak of about the Quabbin. I didn't know anything about where I was near the Quabbin. I stopped at a country store and I bought a couple of apple pies, which was unusual for me because I was so weight conscious then, but they looked all homemade. And everyone talks to everyone in these country stores. They just sit around a table, stand around. Nobody's afraid of anybody because no one is dangerous. They're not like Thorne's Market. Thorne's Market can get dangerous. I have lots of ex-prisoners coming out in Northampton. Lots of them. And the comment, oh, you're from Boston. Oh, you're probably going to sell the pies. Some schmo truck driver makes a comment. Now, what does Boston have to do with your thinking I'm going to sell the pies? He said, well, we're good people here. We make pies so that you can go home and have a piece of pie, or if you have children, you get a whole pie. And I started thinking, I've landed someplace where there's good people. I want to find out more. So I get past the Quabbin Bog, which later people in church were saying, no, that was Yoshka Pundik talking to you. The blinding light was saying, come to Christmas. Anyway, baloney, baloney, blue. That was a very good phrase in my childhood. Baloney, baloney, blue. I take a turn that is a long road, but an interesting long road. The woods were so gorgeous and so deep. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I got to an old-fashioned New England village, typical like you see in all over the paintings. And a gorgeous, drop-dead, phenomenal, gorgeous, expensive house on the top of the hill. I didn't go run up to that house, believe me. I ended up in that house. That was many, many months later. Overlooking a country store and a historical society, but just gorgeous place. And I sat. And I got out of the car and I walked for miles and miles and miles down a street which was beside the house, standing at the top of the hill, called Greenwich Road. Now I didn't know the word Greenwich. I didn't know any of this stuff. What's going on underground. Or what was the me underground? I was Eunice Alden, but you don't know that. I walked past coyotes. My dogs weren't with me. My dogs were at home. And I walked to a fishing gate and sat and stared in the water This was the year 1995. I bought the house. Well, that's a long story of why I bought the house, blah, blah, blah. That gate later turned, years later, when I was with Holzer and after Holzer and just before Holzer and researching under that water was Greenwich. It was the fishing gate at the Quabbin. Was that fishing? There's several gates to the Quabbin. So, very strange thing. I mean, who would do that? It's a way of feeling of wanting to get lost, you know. I don't take sadness and just not do anything about it. The sadness, both parents are gone. No children. And turned into some 6 years, boy. And Amy was decent looking then. She was the last time I saw her when I was in Beckett. She was a nightmare to look at. I mean, really, what you call in Yiddish a schlumped look. You know, a pig look. You know. I'm not denouncing pigs. I'm not saying something bad about the animal pig. I'm just saying she looked like she had never taken care of any part of her. So how do you know?
So
You had to be pretty desperate the day you met Amy.
to do what?
No, I don't know.
I just talked to her.
How did you get to talk to her?
Well, say goodbye.
Bye. Oh, wow.
So, say goodbye.